Hello, how is everyone doing today? This is Toby the Galactic Intuitive. I hope you all are well. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel once again. We're going to do a mini reading today. And I say mini, but oftentimes they don't turn into mini readings. We are going to use the mini spread that I use for myself. The first card pulled out is the theme. The second card is the area of life that it pertains to. The third, I'm looking at my notes, where the focus should be, where your focus should be in regards to this. And number 4 is how it will present for you. So oftentimes I just use a tarot deck. However, today I was called to, oftentimes I use a tarot deck for all 4 cards. However, today I was called to use an oracle deck for the first card. This is the Soul Coaching Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. So we're going to start with this. I did shuffle ahead of time to reduce noise for you all. I feel like I need to do it again a couple of times though, as you can see. Making obvious statements here. How's everybody doing? How are you guys feeling? As I am recording this, well, not as these cards, I haven't used this deck that much and they're still a little sticky. The day I am recording this is December 10th. Wow, and they just, like this whole chunk of cards out of this bunch are sticking together. They want to be put to the side. So there is a sense of taking a pile. It's not the whole pile, but there is a section of the pile of things that you are carrying the weight of that need to just be put aside. And there's no need for you to even look at them. I am not called to look at them. I'm not called to double check. I'm not called to shuffle them. I'm not called to reintroduce them into the bulk of the pile. But there is something. Oh, that's interesting, because as I forgot to mention this, once I started recording, but what I was hearing right as I was setting up and as I was shuffling the tarot deck was, oh my gosh, what was it? Simplifying and returning. There was a sense of returning to, what was it? It was returning to practices and things that, not that you have some nostalgia around, but that are well worn, meaning it came through because I was shuffling my Lightseer's tarot, and as you can see, it's kind of well worn. This is the first tarot deck I ever purchased. And so returning to something well worn, well loved, well known, something that feels comfortable, not in a stagnant sort of way, but of something that is well known, that you know the ins and outs of. And so somehow that is connected to this setting down of something. Maybe these are things that have been utilized since that, utilizing that well-known thing or tool or practice or gift, even, I'm hearing. And now it's not that you won't ever bring these back in, right? Because I'm obviously going to put them back with the rest of the deck once we finish this reading. So there is a sense that you will bring them back into the fold, so to speak, at some point. But for now, it's more important and more supportive for you to return to the well-worn and well-loved. That's very interesting. And so the card we have is Essence. Card number 19. 19 is... what is card number 19 in the tarot? Why am I... Hang on. I think it's Judgment. I'm pretty sure it's Judgment. Let me look. I'm just going to look in a book here just to verify. It's not the book for this because this is an oracle deck, but no, I was wrong. It is the Sun. It is the Sun. Card 20 is Judgment. So getting back to the essence of what brings you joy. Gosh, that's a beautiful card, isn't it? Look at that. That goldfish and the pagoda in the background. It's just gorgeous. What a gorgeous scene. And those maples, oh my gosh, they are absolutely exquisite. So getting back to the essence of what brings you joy. And there is a sense of peacefulness, of presence and mindfulness, and a slowing down and ease that comes with this, getting to the essence of what brings you joy. And so maybe this stack of things that you're setting down are the things that are blocking you from experiencing that joy. So they may be things that they feel like things that are weighty, things that are heavy to carry. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're burdensome, but they just feel there's a responsibility and, again, a weightiness to them. So getting back to the essence of what brings you joy. There is definitely, and with the water element here, there's a sense of luck as well with the koi fish. And I'm not sure that that's actually what that symbolizes, but that's what's coming through. I'll check the book in a second. But there's also a sense of, in doing so, there's an emotional intelligence in being able to identify this essence, what the essence that brings you joy, that aligns you with joy. Okay, so let me look in the book and let's just see what it says about card number 19. And there are affirmations that go with each card, so I'll read that to you. Oh, look at that. The affirmation is, in my essence, I am joy. There you go. Okay, find your essence, simplify and contemplate in the Zen garden of your mind. Discover the stillness in the center of the cyclone. Do what's important and let go of the rest. Well, setting down those extra things, the things that block your joy. Peel away everything that isn't truly you and let your essence shine. If you've ever watched a cut crystal hanging in a window in the sun, you'll remember seeing small rainbows around the room. Yet they all emanate from the same source. You have different parts that comprise your identity, yet beneath it all is your spiritual core. Take time to find your source and live life from your center. If something doesn't give you joy, don't do it or find a way to make it more plausible. Not plausible, pleasurable. Don't try to expand your personal power and intent without first exploring and understanding the wisdom of your soul. Okay, so that's the theme for this reading. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now let's look at, I'm going to keep these out until we're completely done. My guides are saying don't add them in just yet. So there's a nod here. Don't be quick to add those things back in. Once you have connected in with the essence of you, of your soul, and you have noticed and notified yourself of what that essence is and how you reclaim it and I'm hearing reestablish it, but there's a sense of finding it, locating it, relocating it. Don't be quick then to just jump back, right? Like, okay, well, I found it. Now I can bring those other things back in. Don't do that. Don't do that. Leave them to the side. Again, it doesn't mean that they're never coming back in, but don't be so quick to layer those things back on top of you, because it's just going to diminish your ability to connect with the essence of joy again. So this is the area of life this pertains to for you. Queen of Cups. And what do we talk about with emotional intelligence? So this has to do with your emotions and your ability to here's that honesty again. Be honest about what your emotions are telling you and how do you react and or respond to them, within them, And are you honoring how you're feeling and what that says about the experiences you're having, the things you're doing, where your energy is going, where your creativity is going, I'm hearing? And are you honoring the intuitive inputs that offer just as much information as anything in the physical? Or are you overvaluing what you're seeing in or hearing in the physical over what you're knowing intuitively? When I first saw this card, I thought it was going to be the High Priestess. So there is a very a very big nod to the psychic and intuitive gifts and the importance of acknowledging that. And now all of a sudden I got a really, really sharp headache. Notice the crown is up above her head. It feels disconnected. And so with that and the pain in my head, in the crown area, there's a sense of whatever this represents for you, blocking your crown chakra. And so tapping into this joy is going to allow you to reconnect with your crown chakra and because it's removing those blocks. Okay. That's the area of life where your where your focus should be. Man, we got another week of post shadow Mercury retrograde. Am I gonna make it a week? I don't know. All right. Where your focus should be. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Here's that mastery. Now this just came up super strongly in our last card reading. And this was all about honoring the mastery that you already have within. This feels very much connected. So let's look at how this will present for you, and then we'll go big picture, okay? Because they're saying that we need to fill this out a little bit more. There's more to it. So how will this present for you? And the cards didn't want to shuffle there for a second, so there is some resistance to accepting the information that comes through, how it does present for you. The Hermit. Okay. Interesting. Self-reflection, stillness, quiet. So are you holding on to these things because they give you a reason to not be quiet and not be still and not self-reflect? I mean, I certainly am guilty of that from time to time, for sure. For sure. I find myself doing busy things when I know that my inner Queen of Cups is saying, hey, I need you to sit down and just cry. I need you to sit down and be angry. I need you to just sit and feel what we need to feel so that we can release those and transmute them and integrate whatever wisdom comes from that. There's mastery in that. There is mastery in knowing when you just need to go sit down somewhere. You just need to be still, be with yourself. And honor that light that's within you. Like that light is the clarity. That light is the wisdom. That is the mastery that comes from embarking and engaging in and embracing this process. So let's see. Look at how all the colors are so similar. If I can hold these up so you can see them. Look at the similarities in the color schemes. A lot of intuitive, a lot of throat chakra with the blues, the teals. It feels like there's more. Yeah, there's more. They're saying there's more. Okay, so let me put these back in order so I'm not getting this. Not that I won't remember, but okay. Let's clarify Are we using this deck? No, we're not using this deck. Okay. One moment, please. Okay, we're going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot, and we'll clarify the Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles. No, sorry. They're saying just the Hermit. We've already talked about the Eight of Pentacles, and what comes through in the clarification will bring more information about the Eight of Pentacles as a byproduct. Okay. All right, so what else can you tell us about the Hermit? And this is how it will present for you. You may find that you are not forced. Well, you may find that the universe kind of puts you in a timeout. So forced to be in that stillness, to be in a sense of self-reflection. Are you caring so much and you're pushing yourself so hard that you get sick? And we have the Ace of Cups. Back to our emotions, our water energy. We have the Devil. Where are you keeping yourself? Where are you continuing a pattern of restriction? Well, this right here is where you're, at least one area where you're continuing a pattern of restriction, of not allowing yourself to put things down that really aren't necessary. They're not necessary right now. Yeah, and there may be a point in time where you pick them back up, but the other thing is you don't have to pick them up all at once. You can pick them up one at a time and handle the things one at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. So, all right, what else? That Ace of Cups represents a new way of honoring your emotional state and honoring your energy and what you need to maintain that balance and be able to give space to how you're feeling. Oh, dang. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Guys, this is the universe saying, Spirit saying, you need to go sit down. You need to take a break. You need to because whatever you're carrying that is unnecessary, there's like too much importance has been placed upon whatever this stack of cards represents for you. So whatever you thought of when I first said that, that's what this is for you. Spirit is saying it is put so much, there's a sense of self-betrayal here, of stabbing oneself in the back. It's self-betrayal because you're not honoring what your emotional body needs and what you need to be able to process the emotions. And at this time, so by doing that, you are continuing a pattern that is not in alignment with your joy and honoring your soul's essence. And it's not honoring the mastery that you have worked so hard to build and create. Let's just be honest. These two things do not go together. So what are you aligning to? Are you aligning to this old pattern of restriction? And I keep hearing bondage. Now, don't get funny with that. But being attached to something that you give your power over to. Or are you going to be in alignment with this new opportunity to experience love and joy and fulfillment, I'm hearing? Because you're in a place of honoring how you feel, what's best for you, what keeps you in that elevated frequency, what keeps you in a place of, even while taking care of your responsibilities, honoring the essence of your soul. And if you don't know what those things are, this is why Spirit says you need to go sit down. Because now is the time to figure it out. Man, they're being really kind of harsh. Now is the time to go figure it out. Really. We are, if you haven't seen the newsletter or the blog, they're the same, almost, they're very, very similar. So if you haven't seen one or the other, the blog for the Substack will be in the description box. Go check that out, because we are at really a critical time of closing a cycle and beginning another one. And now is the time to choose through your behavior, not just through your thoughts, not just through the reflection, but the reflection is necessary to have clarity, right? But through your behavior, because you can have all this reflection in the world and you can have a lot of awareness, but if you are not putting it into action, if you are continuing through your behavior to align with these patterns of restriction and disempowerment, then you're undoing what you did in the hermit's cave. You're undoing what you did as you sat here and worked on your healing and worked on your awareness, elevated your frequency, cleared your emotional body, cleared your energy, cleansed and cleared your chakras, all the things. Went into the deep shadow work. So what are you going to choose? Because this is really painful. And every time you choose this over this, you put another sword in your back. Dang, that was harsh. Okay, but it's true. Not literally, but figuratively, of course. So that's our message. Wow. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. No, we're going to do one more. We're going to do a supportive message too. How do we... Well, we know where our focus should be. So then how do we alchemize this? Let's go to the Life Soul Vision Oracle and ask how we alchemize this. We really know, but let's get a little bit more support. This is a very straightforward message. Maybe a little on the harsh side, but they're saying that that's required because we have to be clear on this. We have to be clear on this. Don't undo all the work that you've done. Okay. What will be supportive of alchemizing this? Can you offer that, please? Oh, well, that's beautiful. Rise in love. I am going to read from the book for this. Give me just a second. Let me grab it. It's all the way over here. If I can do it without knocking everything down. Okay, that is card number 34. Okay. I'm not going to read all of it, but keywords are self-love, self-acceptance, worship, embodiment, conscious connection, joy, expression. Like, this brings together so much of what we've been talking about. When you arrive at the realization that you are enough, your entire energetic frequency changes. You invest in yourself in ways that strengthen a loving respect and acceptance for all that you are. You don't give your power away or feel dismissed or undeserving to receive what you desire. Your worth is not demonstrated by what you have or what you lack. Your love is not dependent on others loving you, validating, or accepting you. The journey to becoming you is your vision quest. In this moment, you are being true and authentic to your greatness. You worship and honor yourself in ways that feed and nourish the deepest parts of yourself, healing the tender fracture lines that have gnawed away at your ability to see the inner beauty and radiant light of your own soul. No longer choosing to fall in love, but expressing yourself in ways that see you rising in love, so you may rise in joy, hope, connection, and fulfillment. And the soul affirmation is, I feel more at home within myself than I've ever been. I am emerging from my struggles with the strength, courage, and self-respect to initiate change and allow for my expansion into greatness, gratitude, and peace as I choose to rise in love. In my nose. That is beautiful. Leaning into your self-acceptance and loving yourself. And from that place, then making the determination of what these are, what they stand for, and how you can put them down. It's not as difficult as it might feel in the moment. It just requires you to choose to do it and then to follow through with the action to support that. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I will see you all soon. Oh, don't forget, we have a live on December 20th. We are going to probably do a channeling from the 9, and we'll talk about solstice energies. December 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I will see you all then. Thank you.